Many people suffer with cold hands, especially in the winter, to the point that it can be really painful. But even if cold hands are not that bad for you or anyone that you know, they can really affect your flexibility, your dexterity. They can, make your fingers feel really stiff, so you're not as able to use your hands as well as you would in warmer weather. So the problem of cold hands, and actually cold feet as well, is a really common one, and that's what I'm going to be talking to you about today. My name is Janice Tucker, and I'm a practitioner of traditional Chinese medicine and medical Qigong. I'm also the founder of the Space to Relax online program of Qigong video lessons. So, what are my top tips for helping to improve the situation of cold hands and really, ideally, stopping the cold hands situation from arising in the first place? Obviously, prevention is better than cure. So, I have 3 exercises for you from a Qigong point of view that you can do to help with cold hands. The first one is called the circles exercise. And this basically is an exercise where you're moving your hands up and around and then down in circles, out and in and out and in. Now obviously much more slowly than this, and you can see this exercise because it's lesson 2 in a free 3-part video series that I'll be telling you about later, and I'll be showing you how you can get that delivered to your email box. So the circles exercise is brilliant because it moves the chi, it moves the energy into your hands, and as that moves into your hands, it warms them up for you. The second exercise is called Discharge with Vibration, and this is actually the 3rd exercise in the free 3-part video series. And what you can do is you can use a specific way of vibrating your body, and by doing this you can discharge anything you really don't want from your body, any waste or sick chi as it's called, but also you can use it to rid cold or the cold feeling from your hands. So again, I'll be talking to you about the free video series and how you can get that exercise at the end of the video today. And the 3rd tip I have for you in terms of exercise is basically any exercise will help to improve your circulation and thereby warm your hands up because you're moving faster, the blood is pumping more around your body and going out to the extremities. So we have a specific walking exercise in Qigong which is really useful for that, but basically any exercise at all, any form of walking, running, swimming, anything at all that's going to warm up your body will really help with the cold hand situation, but probably only on a temporary basis. So this is something that you're going to have to work on in other ways as well, which is what I'm going to be talking to you about next. So what 3 things can you be doing to avoid getting cold hands in the first place? And this is something that I was told by my professors in China when I was at the University of Traditional Chinese Medicine studying Qigong. And they said, obviously, prevention is better than doing things to try and cure something once it's a problem. So the first thing you can do is to avoid washing your hands in cold water. So never ever put your hands under cold water and wash them. If you're somebody who suffers with cold hands, it doesn't make sense. So make sure when you turn the tap on that you leave it to run so that there's at least some warm water coming through first before you wash your hands. And also for anyone who's preparing vegetables, don't wash veggies in completely freezing cold water. Make sure the water, again, is at least a little bit tepid so that your hands are not suffering. The second thing is just common sense, and that is to wear gloves when you go out in the cold weather. Put your gloves on before you go out the door and wear them as much as you possibly can. And the third thing is a dietary tip, which is to always eat warm food and drink warm drinks, because again, if you're putting cold food and drinks into your body, then you're just adding cold on top of more cold. So you're never going to be able to warm up your hands in that way. So if you think about what you're eating, again, especially in the winter time, think of things like soups and stews and casseroles, those really rich and nourishing, warming foods. And they'll send the qi, the warmth, out to the extremities of your body and help to warm your hands up and really give you that warmth at a foundational level so that your hands don't get cold in the first place. And also remember, don't drink really freezing cold drinks, and never take ice in your drink in the winter time. There's no point in doing that at all, because again, you're putting cold on top of cold. So those 3 tips: never wash your hands in cold water, wear gloves all the time in the winter time if you suffer with cold hands, and eat warm food and drink, especially again in the winter time, will really help you to prevent yourself from getting those freezing cold, sometimes painful hands in the first place. So what can you do next? So I mentioned to you at the beginning there were a couple of Qigong exercises that you could use to help with cold hands: the circles exercise and the discharge with vibration exercise. And you'll get those in the free 3-part video series, which you can sign up for by heading to my homepage, which is spacetorelax.com. Once you give your name and your email address there, then the video lessons will be delivered to your email, so check your promotions folder, and they'll come through over the course of the next week or so. The second thing you can do is, don't forget, if you're watching this video on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, because you'll get many more videos like this coming through, and you'll also be able to go back and look at some of the previous videos I've made, which you might find really useful for your own particular interests and health conditions that you might have. Also, you can head over to Facebook to join our free Facebook support group, which is called Space to Relax Free Group, and there I post regular interesting articles on Qigong, on meditation, on relaxation, and answer any questions that any members of the group might have in that Facebook community. So it's a really nice little community, so I would encourage you to come over to Facebook and join us there. And if you like this video, please give it a like and share it around your friends and your family, especially for those of us in the Northern Hemisphere that are coming into the winter months right now. Share it with people that you know suffer with cold hands. I think we all have a family member who we know when we touch them, their hands are freezing. So send this to them. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.